What's up, freaks and geeks, and welcome back to another episode of the OCD Dex Challenge. It's been a minute. I've been out since last Monday with a wicked sinus infection. It was lots of fun, but I'm glad to say that overall I'm like a solid 95% better. So definitely I can talk and not sound like like this anymore. So that's awesome. So we are back for a 3-hour stream. We are going to be catching hopefully the last of the stuff that we need in FireRed today. There's some stuff that we need in the Safari Zone. We figured out at the end of our last stream that you can just kind of cheese and spin around and not waste some of your steps. So we're going to try that method out and try to get us a Scyther. There's some Pokemon that we got to go and catch that we need to evolve that I've written down over here. Some stuff that we need to breed. So today is going to be kind of grindy. Probably longer episodes while we're in the Safari Zone as far as the cuts. This is a pre-recorded live stream, by the way, if you are new here. Basically every 30 minutes or so I cut for YouTube so I can have some room to edit with. But while we're in the Safari Zone, it might go a little bit longer depending on how long it takes us to run into things. So we'll see how that goes. We got some in-game trades to do. And I think that's about it. We're almost done with FireRed. Like we've got, let me pull up the full sheet over here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 32, 34. And then the 4 in-game trades and then some breeding. So roughly about 40 Pokemon. Which sounds like a lot, but a chunk of that is just evolving. Most of it is just evolving. As far as what we can encounter in the wild, there's 6, and 4 of them, actually all of them, because that's in the Scyther gender variants, are in Safari Zone. Then we're going to go and catch some more Pokemon to evolve them, and then in-game trades. So we got a lot of work ahead of us. So let me get that all set back up. Let's cheese it up. Let's intro the YouTube series real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into the Safari Zone. So what's up, freaks and geeks, and welcome back to another episode of the OCD Dex Challenge. Last time in FireRed, we spent some time in the Safari Zone again and couldn't quite get our hands on anything. We got really close with the Scyther, and we just kept running out of time, and it just kept busting out. So at the end of the episode, we did figure out spinning around in one spot will actually kind of cheese and get you out of taking steps, which you're limited in the Safari Zone. So we're going to try that method again. As long as we can get one Scyther, we can breed for our gender variants. And then we're looking for Kangaskhan and Tauros, as well as a Dragonair. All of those are very low encounters. So we're going to be in here a while. Hopefully we can get it done in one episode. We might have to montage a bit, but we're going to see if we can get it done today. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the Safari Zone. Welcome for just $500. Sounds like a lot of money, but I got 85 grand in my pocket, and I'm a 10-year-old, so here we go. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Thanks, I need it. So, Safari Zone, round 1 billion. Alright, so we're going to get in the middle of this here, and then we are just going to cheese it up and spin around. And we're going to see lots of Nidorans today. Nidorans, Nidorinos. Basically everything we don't need. Today is the day that we get that Scyther, though. We've gotten so close. Nope. And this is why you make sure you, when you're spamming, you spam B, not A, because then you catch random things you don't want. Alright, so we got another Nidoran, which is good because we do need a couple things to leave behind in the game and to trade. So there's a Nidorino. Get away from you. Okay, here's a Scyther. Basically all I've seen is just patience, keep trying, and it'll eventually go in. As irritating as that is, there is no trick. It's one of the most finicky ones in the Safari Zone, apparently. Some more Nidorinos. I just see our little guy spinning around in circles and Pokemon showing up like, dude, what's... He's broken. You just wait for the Pokemon to come to you. And then later today is going to be lots of grinding because we need to evolve stuff. Rhyhorn just reminded me of that. We need Rhydons, which we have to get up to level 42 to evolve. I believe all of mine are level 25 like these here. Just lots of little pink boys. Our little guy's just dancing in the music. It's the wrong bug. There we go. Now, get in the ball. 2? 2, okay. Watch him carefully. We're already off to a better start than we have been. There's 3. Did we? We did it! We finally caught Scyther. Oh my god, we have been trying to catch this guy forever. It tears and shreds prey with its wickedly sharp sides. It very readily spreads its wings to fly. It's a giant mantis and it can't learn fly. Give a nickname to the captured Scyther. We shall not. Scyther was transferred to Bill's PC. Alright. Yay indeed, Kitten Hawk. That is a great way to start the stream, guys. I'm sorry that we missed while I was, you know, annoyingly sick. But I'm glad that I gotta come back to a Scyther. Alright, so we're gonna work our way to the second patch over here. And this next area is where we'll find Kangaskhan. So now we're just gonna do the same thing. And wait for her to show up. There's Doduo. And we've already caught all the Doduos that we need to evolve. He was flying the whole time in Pokemon Snap. He was! And yet he can't learn fly in game. I think he can learn Wing Attack or something like that. There's like 1 or 2 flying moves he can learn. Nope, nope, you need to stay there and we need to spin. We need the concerned mom to show up. Just Kangaskhan come around the corner and be like, dude, are you okay? You just keep spinning. Yeah, we're good, we're happy. We caught ourselves a Scyther, which I need to update. You can get out of here. 123. Brings us to 132. Thank you for just patiently waiting there. Execute. Alright, need arenas. We are good. And that is a loud motorcycle. And now that my music is going, I realized in the last video that is now in the archive that a little clip got muted for copyright, which is interesting because I get all my music from no copyright sounds. And I'm saying that because I think it's this song that's playing right now. And I couldn't find it earlier. So, when this video goes to archive, and you can't hear me talking to tell you about it, I'll know that it's this song. I'm saying that out loud right now so I can watch the footage afterwards. This is a song called Glide. Yeah, I was looking at my archive to see where we ended up last. And there's a little chunk that is muted because of music. So, it's kind of weird. Kangaskhan! There we go. We're just gonna go for it. Nope. She's watching, so she's not leaving. That's good. Come on. One. Stay. Okay, that's fine. It's just a waiting game, and I have quote-unquote infinite steps. Mr. Parasect. I'm not even that big of a fan of either of the ones I'm about to say, but I love the sprites in FireRed and Leaf Green for Metapod and for Parasect. Because poor little Metapod just looks like it fell over. And then Parasect just looks like, look behind you, dude. Set on execute. Just kind of keep spinning around until the concerned mom shows up. Oop. Again with the spamming. Break out. Break out, I don't need more eggs, thank you. More eggs. Duo. More dodos. I know you're out here. Oh, maybe that'll be it. Will we get lucky? Nope. Same bird, just, hey, you good, bro? Paris. Come on. There we go. Kangaskhan. Just get the ball. One. Okay. And that's how this is gonna go. It's gonna be a test of patience. But I mean, we're starting off strong. We got Scyther, who has been the most irritating. And we do have a Kangaskhan. But we need another one for Mega Kangaskhan. Hey, she heard us. We have a Kangaskhan. You can be friends. No, you don't want to be friends. Okay. We have a Kangaskhan. You could be rivals. You don't want to be rivals. I don't know what to tell you. She's still watching carefully. That's a good sign. Please get in the wall. 1, 2, 3. Kangaskhan! Alright. We're off to a great start today. Let's update the count here before we move on. We are at 133. Two of the hardest encounters in Safari Zone out of the way. Let's move down. She's your new mom. She's like, child, why do you keep spinning in circles? You're gonna get sick. Stop throwing things at me. Stop throwing things at me. Fine, I'll come with you. Alright, so let's fix that. Alright, so now we need Tauros and we need Dragonair. Well, technically we need 2 Dragonairs, so that's gonna be fun. You go in her pouch now. That's the deal y'all have made. I hope that in Let's Go, if you have Kangaskhan follow you around, you ride in her pouch. That would be adorable. Just, look at me, I am the mother now. Alright, so we can run out here, and we're gonna surf. We're gonna go into this next area. And this last area is our highest chance of finding a Tauros. And then we can backtrack to the water we just surfed through. Venomoth. And that's where we'll be looking for Dragonairs. So now we just spin around again until things show up and question our methods. They just walk up to you like, dude, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. I'm looking for Tauros. Could you tell them I'm here, please? I just imagine that the little encounters aren't even happening. They're just crowds of Pokemon walking around me. And our little guy just keeps spinning until he sees the Pokemon and just kind of stops. I was like, that one. I want that one. Now we just wait it out, because they will show up. It's been proven twice now. Nope. We're all set on the eggs. I think Venomoth is equal chance of Tauros. We're going the wrong way. It doesn't really matter, but it bugs me. So we've seen 2 Venomoths. We should be seeing a Tauros pretty soon. Come on. Nope. No, you stay in your lucky spot. Come on. Dang it. I was doing so good. It's not the brown Pokemon we're looking for. We got the brown chicken, we need the brown cow. Hey! My puns have summoned the monster. Get in the ball. Please. Oh, okay, keep watching, that's good. Ooh, said no to that. Okay, he's still watching, that's good. Please get in the ball. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Okay, and ran away. We were about to get really lucky. Alright. Summoned him by pun and everything. Alright, so the little spin method does work. It's basically just the same as running around, but you're not wasting your steps. That's the benefit. You're not going to be running around finding things and then basically right before you would encounter what you're looking for, run out of steps and have to start over. Let's see if we can duplicate the brown chicken, brown cow. Dang, I was gonna say the Pokemon... Oh, was reading and started walking. Kitten Hawk. Dang, I was gonna say the Pokemon gods were on your side today, but looks like they took a break. I think they're on my side, just RNGesus is arguing with them. Pokemon gods are like, yes, he needs this. He's almost done. We can start Johto. We're all set on the egg kids. I don't need those. I don't need Nidorans. Got too many Nidorans actually. Brown chicken. Brown cow. Maybe. No. Pink rabbit. Bigger pink rabbit thing. I'm pretty sure that's what the Nidorans are supposed to be, is like poison rabbits, which is just a weird idea in general. More egg boys. Need a ran. More eggs. Eggs for days. Come on. More eggs. Where that Tauros at? Oh wait, there's more eggs. Call now. At least it's something different. We are now at that point where there's only one Pokemon we're looking for in the grass, so everything is not what we want. Not quite. Come on. I know you're out here. Duo. You're not the one I'm looking for. Need Arena. We are all set, buddy. I'm pretty sure this Tauros is like somewhere from 3 to 5% encounter, and that's the highest it gets. And that's the only place to catch it is in the Safari Zone. And then same with Dragonair. The only place you can catch her is the Safari Zone. And then after that, it's extremely smooth sailing. Basically everything else we can know exactly where to go to catch it, and then it's grinding and evolving stuff. So that's why we're starting in here today. Is Dragonair also super hard to catch? She's not as hard to catch, but she's harder to find. Dragonair is a 1%. So when we're fishing, if we run into Dragonair, while we're fishing, Dratini is 15% and Dragonair is 1%. So if we find Dratinis and not Dragonairs, that's what we're going to go with. Actually, I think Dratini is 10%. I don't remember off the top of my head. I already erased those notes because we already caught it, but it's a lower percentage, but it's definitely higher than 1. And we're going to need 2 of whichever one we run into. If we can find a Dragonair and catch a Dragonair, that'd be perfect. And then I would actually evolve the Dragonair into Dragonite and catch a Dratini and evolve it. Tauros! Come on. Keep watching carefully. Don't flee from me. Kitten Hawk, I see that you wrote something else, but hang on 1 second while we try to catch this guy. Alright then. Sorry, find is what I meant. It's all the same to me in Safari. So, no, it's all good. Catching them is basically what you've been watching. It's hit or miss. Running into them is the trick. And Dragonair is actually going to be the hardest out of all of these. Tauros, like I said, is like 3 to 5%. Dragonair is 1. But Dratini does have a higher chance. So if we find Dratinis, that's what we're going to go with. we are definitely not done with the Safari Zone, but about 5 minutes I'm going to cut for YouTube here, because we'll be montaging through a lot of this. But that being said, I don't want to make the episode too long. Does the spinning work in water? The spinning or surf part of the walk counter. Surf is part of the walk counter. Basically, anytime you move a square counts as walking. But the good thing is we don't need to surf to find Dratini. We're going to be fishing. So once we get to a spot we can fish, we won't actually have to move, and we can just keep fishing. So basically we just have to get over to the edge of the water and then don't move and just keep fishing. So if we can find our Tauros here with this little spin method, then we can get over to the water and just keep fishing until we find Dragonair or Dratini. We should be able to get it all done in this one run. Unless I keep messing up like that. The trick is getting this guy to show back up. Need a Reno, but we've seen enough of you. Just keep spinning, just keep spinning. Nope, come on. I miss our first Tauros. He almost cooperated. Nope. Nope, stop moving. We're trying not to use our steps. I'm so over Nidorinos. It's not what we want. Got enough eggs to come on. Forgot to speak there. Get out of here. No, we don't need eggs. We are set. Yeah, the little grumpy face that you've got, execute. That's how I feel every time you show up. Just, Need a Ran. Please, no. I need the big angry bull. More bugs. Bugs and bunnies. Ha. That was terrible. And eggs. I'm pretty sure once we're done with Safari Zone, we will never have to see Nidorino again. Not in game, but at least in FireRed. We will definitely see more of them throughout the project. Fairly common. Mr. Tauros, I really need I need you to show up. I need to wrap this episode up, buddy. No, you get eggs and you'll like it. I will not. You will get eggs and you'll like it. No. I swear, if it's more eggs. It's more eggs! And you'll like it. It's just so smug. Alright, so apparently we're going to end on eggs today, so that's going to wrap up today's episode. We've been in the Safari Zone for a while. We've been montaging a lot. We're going to pick up right here, actually. We're going to stay in this fight, and we're going to pick up. So we'll just continue our quest in Safari Zone. And so until that next time, I'm Aedifex, and I'll see you in the next video. So for all of you guys watching, if you are new here, this is a pre-recorded live series for YouTube. The stream itself goes for about 3 hours. We're at the 45-minute mark, so we still got plenty of time to go. We've just been going a little bit longer than usual, so I needed to cut for YouTube. So that's what that's about. So give me 1 second to intro the series in real quick, and we will get right back to our hunting. So, what's up, freaks and geeks? Welcome back to the OCD Dex Challenge. Last time in FireRed, we were in the Safari Zone, and we had a lot of luck to start out with, not so much to end with. But we did finally catch our Scyther. We got ourselves a Kangaskhan for Mega Kangaskhan, and we've run into a couple Tauros, but we haven't been able to get our hands on one yet. So we're picking up right where we left off with this little smug egg, and we're going to get ourselves a Tauros today, and then we'll start fishing, and we're going to find some dragons. So let's get to it. Get that egg crap out of here. I said out of here, not bring me more eggs. Okay, at least it's not eggs. Alright, the hunt continues. Come on. And now you're out here. My biggest fear running into all these Pokemon is finding a shiny, because you guys have seen how hard it is just to catch things in the Safari Zone. So a shiny showing up would just be that much more upsetting if it did get away. We're just getting everything but Tauros. Which I guess makes sense, because like I said, he's a pretty low percent encounter. But if we get egg spam again, that's going to be obnoxious. Okay, good. Something different. Come on. Nope. Yeah, this whole getting it down to the last two Pokemon you need is definitely a game of patience, and that's why we started here today. Because as soon as we are done in the Safari Zone, the rest is going to be extremely easy. We know exactly where to go to catch everything that we need. We're over-leveled for all the wild encounters, so it'll be a pretty easy endeavor. And we have Marowak with our false swipe. And then it'll just be evolving stuff. So the plan for today is to knock out all the captures that we can today. Including this guy. Come on. It says no immediately. And runs away. Alright, so he's quickly turning into Scyther 2.0. Although I will honestly say Scyther was probably much more obnoxious because we kept running into Scythers was the problem. The issue with Tauros is it's a extremely low encounter rate to begin with, and then it runs from just about anything you do, so that's why we're just immediately going for the balls. And literally everything else that we're going to run into we've captured, and we have either the evolved form or a second of the base form to evolve, so it's not like, oh, let's catch this while we're here. It's just, nope, not a Tauros. Come on. There we go. Let's just immediately start catching it. One. Okay. Fleas on site. Perfect. I love it. Come back. Venomoth. We already got you though. Oh, Nidoran shows up. She's 5%. I'd rather have the Tauros, please. I see the little antennas on Venonat and think Tauros tails for like half a second. Come on. Not quite what we're looking for. Every time I'm like, oh. Like, the sprites aren't even remotely close, but those little antennae throw me off. There we go. Alright, get in the ball, please. No, he says. Okay, watching carefully. That's good. That's improvement. I would very much appreciate it if you watch carefully from inside the ball. There's one. There's two. There's three. There is Tauros. We're having a good day. We're having a really good day. Took a little longer than I would have liked, but that gets us to 134, and we have caught all but the last of the Safari Zone Pokemon. We're down to Dragonair, and I gotta find where I put Tauros. Buddy, where'd you go? $128, that's right, okay. Tauros has been caught. So we have found and captured all but one of the Safari Zone Pokemon. When it is about to tackle, it whips its body repeatedly with its 3 long tails. Give a nickname to the captured Tauros. We shall not. So we caught the 3 hardest. We got Scyther, we got Kangaskhan, and we got Tauros. It's not even necessarily that they're the hardest ones to catch, it's they are the lowest encounter rates. So let's get ourselves up to the water. And now we fish. We've got ourselves a super rod, and we're looking for Dratinis and Dragonairs. We have a Dratini from our first time in the Safari Zone, but we're looking for 2 more. If we can run into a Dragonair, that would be awesome, so we have one for the living decks. There's a Dratini, though. Got so excited I stuttered. Breaks out. I'm taking either one I can catch, though, just because Dragonair is a 1% encounter. Oh, come on, buddy. So if we have to catch and evolve, then that's definitely what we're going to do. Okay. We might have to have one more Safari Zone round just because we are running out of Safari Zone. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we are running out of Safari Balls. I leave for a couple days because I'm sick, and then I come back and I can't speak English because I haven't practiced. It's the only language I know fluently. And sometimes I forget it. Not even a nibble. No, I do not want to surf. Here we go. Just keep throwing it back out. Alright, so there's a Dratini. So we're going to go for it. And immediately catch it. Good, 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 good. Alright. So our count is not going to go up because we already have a Dratini for the OCD decks, but that is one less Dragonair that we have to worry about because we're going to evolve. So that frustrating Tauros is going to change to a Dratini. And she's level 20. Dratini evolves into Dragonair at level 30. So if we do get lucky and get our hands on a Dragonair, we're going to evolve that into Dragonite. Otherwise, we're going to have a lot of grinding on our hands. But if that's what we need to do, then that's what we'll do. We've got 4 Safari Balls left. So basically, it's whoever shows up first is what we're going after. More Goldines. There we go. Seeking. Already got you, buddy. Dratini. Alright, we're gonna go for this one. Like I said, we don't have many Safari Balls left. We've got 3 left. We need to get what we can and get out of the Safari Zone. Uh-oh. Alright, so we got 2 Safari Balls left. Dratini again. Come on. No. Alright. It's our last shot. Oh, no. You're out of safari balls. Game over. Did you catch your fair share? I actually did this time, so... Welcome to the Safari Zone. For just $500, you can play the Safari game. You can roam the wide open safari and catch what you like. Would you like to play? Yes. Take my money one last time, and we are done with you. Wish you the best of luck. Thanks. So, we are in the Safari Zone. All we need now is a Dratini. All we need now is a Dratini or a Dragonair, whichever we run into first. And we've got 30 Safari Balls to do it. So this should be our last round in the Safari Zone. We caught our Scyther. We do need 2 more Scythers because of gender variants, but we're going to breed for those. Because you all saw how long that took just to catch one. So now we don't have to worry about steps because we're at the water's edge. Literally all we have to worry about is running out of Safari Balls before we can catch what we need. And since we are fully stocked up, if we run into Dratinis, I'm going to run away from the first couple of them. Just trying to find that Dragonair. But we won't spend too much time in the Safari Zone. Because we've been here for about an hour already. Alright, there's Dratini. You're not a Dragonair. I say we'll give her 10 minutes. And if she doesn't show up in 10 minutes, we'll go for the next Dratini after that. Because as you guys have seen, Dratini isn't super rare. Goldines and Sea Kings are much more frequent, but we can definitely find a Dratini. That feels so wrong to run away from a Dratini like that, but we've already got 2. Psyduck. Forgot you're in here. We don't need that. We will need a Golduck in a little while. For one of our in-game trades, we need a Golduck for a Lickitung. But we can go over to Seafoam Islands and just catch a Golduck. It's not quite what we're looking for. You're pretty close. Looking for your bigger sibling. Not you. I love its face though, just duh. It's like a real koi. You're so pretty but so dumb. There you go. Come on. Nope. More Goldines. More Goldines. I just want to imagine it's the same Goldine biting the rod over and over again. Like, oh, food. Not quite. Come on. As I was saying, rare, but not super rare. Definitely not a 1%. No, come on. There we go. And it's Goldine. There's Dratini. Close. Nope, I don't want to surf on a fish. So close, but so far. Come on. I need the big one. Seekings for days. Come on, I know you're in here. We've seen you once. More Sea Kings. More Sea Kings. It's a Goldine. Still not what we're looking for. But at least it's not a Sea King. As I was saying. More Dratinis, it's just not quite what we're looking for. And Psyduck. Nope. You're literally the last thing I need in the Safari Zone, and we can be done with it for the rest of ever. Until we try to do something obnoxious like this again. No, I don't want to surf. I'm good. Do all Pokemon games have a Safari Zone? No. Not all of them have a Safari Zone. I think Kanto might be the only one? Question mark? I know there's like Friend Safari and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure Kanto's the only one that has a Safari Zone in the sense that there are Pokemon that cannot be caught anywhere else in the game other than this one spot that you basically have to play a minigame to catch the Pokemon in. Like, there are Safari Zone type things in different games, but there's no exclusives to that area as far as I can remember. Good. Yes, very good. And that's kind of why I'm really excited to hopefully find this Dragonair. Because once we hunt her down, we are done with the Safari Zone. There's nothing, there's one thing that we'll need in Safari Zone and Leaf Green, and that's a Pinsir. And that won't be as hard. Alright, we're about to hit the 10-minute mark I was talking about earlier. So I might catch a Dratini, but at this point I kind of really want to see if I can find this Dragonair. I know you're in here. You're not what I'm looking for. I definitely know you're in here. I've seen plenty. Dratini. Come on. Nope, nothing. Okay. More Goldines. That's perfect. Come on. No, more Sea Kings. Plenty of Sea Kings. I'm all set on you. I'm good. Not really. I wonder if the repel trick works on fishing. Basically, there's this trick with repel. It repels Pokemon that are lower level than the Pokemon in the front of your party. Nope. So say you have a level 30 Pokemon in front. Anything 30 or below won't show up. And so the repel trick is you find out if you're hunting for a certain Pokemon. Maybe, nope. If you're hunting for a certain Pokemon, you find out what level it shows up, and then you get a Pokemon just below that level. Put it in the front and use repels. And I know that works for hunting stuff, but I don't know if that works for fishing. And if that's the case, we can make this 1% encounter next to 100. Dratini! We're going to go ahead and try to catch this since we haven't seen a Dragonair yet. Oh no! That way, if it doesn't show up, we have a Dratini that we can evolve. Unless it runs away. That's basically what we're going to do. Now, if we see Dratinis, we're going to try to catch them. But yeah, the repel trick, basically you get a Pokemon that's one level under the Pokemon you're looking for. And then you run around and he's more likely to show up. I don't know if that works with fishing or not. Dratini. One. Okay. Oh, look at that. Let's see. Doesn't say. Repels work when fishing and surfing. Don't work for fishing. Okay. Well, there goes that. Nope. More goldines. Dratini. Let's see if we can catch you. It says no. It's watching carefully. That's good. That's better than fleeing. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay. So we are unfortunately not going to run into a Dragonair while we're here, but we did catch another Dratini, which we're going to evolve. So we're not going to give you a nickname. Okay, apparently we're going to try to give you a nickname. We're not going to give you a nickname. And we're going to get out of here. That is going to wrap up our Safari Zone adventures. Are you going to leave the Safari Zone early? Yes, I am. Alright. Let's go to the PC, check out stuff here, and then we'll wrap up today's episode. It's a little too early. One more tree. We don't need to heal because we haven't been in any wild fights. We're going to Bill's PC. We're going to move Pokemon. So we caught 3 Doduos, male, female, and other for our Dodrios. So let's move those into the Evolve box. So there's our gender variants. There's our male. There's our female. And here is our regular. These are Mega Evolutions. And these need to be traded. Alright, so these need to be traded to evolve, and the Pikachu and the Execute, excuse me, need stones to evolve. So I'm kind of trying to organize this mess a little bit. This Doduo just needs to level up. Oh, this is our Venonat, oops, that we caught on accident. Our Nidoran that we caught on accident today. Our Scyther that we caught as part of the collection. Our Tauros that we caught as part of the collection. Our Kangaskhan that we caught is our Mega. And our 2 Dratinis that we need to evolve. We've got a level 22 and a level 20. What level is the one that we originally caught? Because if it's higher, whoops, level 22 as well. Okay, so 20 and 22. We'll go ahead and leave him there. And these are all the Pokemon that we need to evolve. These 3 need to be organized, and these 2 are going to be for trades with myself for Leaf Green. So let's put those guys over here. Put that back. And make sure we stay in the catch dump. Let's look at my card for some reason. No, let's save the game. Let's push the wrong button twice. Let's save the game. So we've got 103 different species. We were at 134 for our OCD Dex count, and that is going to wrap up today's episode. We finally got through the Safari Zone. We didn't catch the Dragonair that we wanted, but we did catch Dratinis, which we're going to evolve. Next time, we're going to be catching a bunch of random stuff that we need to evolve, and then we'll get wrapped up. So until then, I'm Aedifex, and I'll see you in the next video. So for any of you guys watching that are new here, this is a pre-recorded live series for YouTube. Every 30 minutes or so, or whenever there's a good stopping point, I do cut for YouTube, so that's what that was about. Basically, just so I have a good spot to edit, and it's not just trying to chop up a 3-hour video. The streams do go for 3 hours. We are at the 1.5 mark, so we're halfway done with today's stream. I'm going to intro the stream, and then we will get back into the action. Let me see where we're going. We're actually going to fly somewhere real quick and start the episode over there, so let's check on the team. I'm going to put Marowak in front because we're going to a low-level place. We want that false swipe in the front. And we're going to fly just outside of Mount Moon to Route 4. Alright, so give me 1 second to intro the series real quick and we will get right to it. What's up, freaks and geeks? Welcome back to the OCD Dex Challenge. Last time in FireRed, we finally finished at the Safari Zone. We caught 2 Dratinis. They weren't the Dragonair that we were looking for, but we can evolve them and we can get the Dragonair and the Dragonite that we need. So, we are finally out of the Safari Zone. We gotta catch some Pokemon that we need to evolve, and that's actually why we're here. We're Route 4, just outside of Mount Moon. We're gonna go down to the patch of grass, and we're looking for a Jigglypuff, which we're going to evolve into Wigglytuff. Let's go through the list real quick, and I'll show you what we're looking for today. We're looking for a Jigglypuff. We're looking for 2 more Glooms, because we need Vileplume. We're looking for a Growlithe, a Poliwhirl, a Grimer, a Shelder, a Krabby. And that'll be it for the wild encounters that need to evolve. After that, there's going to be some stuff that we need to trade for in-game trades that we'll have to take over and breed. So, we caught those guys. We caught these. We are on the downhill stretch as far as catching Pokemon goes. So let's go find ourselves a Jigglypuff. So we're down on Route 3. We're going to go over to the bigger patch of grass. We got Marowak in the front of the party so we can false swipe. And these are very weak Pokemon. We're definitely outspeeding everything. It's usually the main reason we have Raichu in the front. 1, she can paralyze. 2, she outspeeds almost everything in the game. But we have such a high level variance here that Marowak is perfectly fine. Wow. So, if you guys remember from the beginning of the series, Nidoran female is a 1% encounter. We found it on our 3rd Pokemon. I'm not dealing with you. did go back and catch our Mankey on Route 2, so we don't have to worry about that. We've got our Pidgeotos that we need, so you are good to go. I remember when I was saying that we don't need to see Nidorands anymore. Just kidding. So this is going to be female Nidoran all over again. When we're actually looking for something, they don't show up. Because Jigglypuff is lower, but I'm pretty sure she's 10%. Pidgey. We're just gonna see nothing but birds, apparently. Jigglypuff, there we go. Make sure we actually hit the right move. Last thing we want to do is finally run into it and just murder it. So we go for the false swipe, knock it down to 1, and get the Pokeball out here. And that is our Jigglypuff. Next we're gonna go... We're gonna fly to Saffron City. And we will go over to... Oh, I was going the right way. We go over to Route 7. We're looking for a Growlithe. Oh, I don't even need to update the graphic because there he is. We go straight for that false swipe. crit it immediately down to 1. Going for Odor Sleuth was interesting because I'm not Ghost type. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's Growlithe. Update our little graphics here with a Fire Pup. And the count is not going up because we are catching all of these to evolve. So until we evolve them, we don't have them. So that takes care of Growlithe. Next we're going to fly. We need to go to 4 islands, which we can't fly to. So we'll go to Cinnabar. Cinnabar is actually really good. We can catch 3 of the Pokemon that we need over there. So let's find a Cinnabar, and I will update this real quick. We're looking for Grimer in the Pokemon Mansion. We're looking for, where you at? Another Shelter. Oop, that's sad. And we are looking for Krabby. We're looking for a Krabby to evolve into a Kingler. Because for some reason, this is a really oddly specific version exclusive. Kingler is Leaf Green exclusive, but you can catch Krabby in both games. Alright, so we're gonna fish here with a Super Rod for our Shelter. And get nothing. There we go. There we go, right off the bat. Hit that false swipe. It's pretty low and it's A18. I don't think I need to even worry about hitting it again. Pretty sure we can just go straight for the Pokeball. There we go. Shelter is knocked out. That's gonna turn little Fire Pup into a Shelter here. Not give you a nickname. We're going to place you in the catch dump. Now we got to make sure we're not using the Super Rod, because in order to get Krabby, we need to use the Good Rod. Horsey, which we do not need. We're actually going to set the Good Rod to select, so we don't have to keep doing that. There we go. There's a Krabby. Level 8 Krabby. Which we're going to false swipe on. Knock it all the way down to 1. And that should be... oh, pretty straightforward. Level 8, 1 HP. There we go. That takes care of Krabby. Grimer can move on over. And we can update you one more time. And now we go into the Pokemon Mansion. We're going to spend a little bit of time in here because Grimer is a 5% encounter in FireRed. Oh, there's Growlithe. If I had remembered he was in here, we would have just gone straight here. And now that I saw that little effect, I don't know if the Growlithe that we caught had Intimidate or not. I know the first one we did, so that'll be our Arcanine. So definitely want an Arcanine with Intimidate. Can't escape. Interesting. Get one more shot, but we're running away. Okay. Take down. It's not really going to do anything to me. Thank you. Eradicate. Alright, so we're having trouble running away from stuff because Marowak is pretty slow, so Raichu's going to go back up front. So now we're outspeeding everything. There's a Weezing, which is a 5%. I'm looking for the other 5%er though. It's coughing. Getting closer. It's the wrong purple Pokemon. The purple people eater. More purple rats. But wait, there's more. Call now. It's a bigger rat. Nope, I wanted to run. Grimer, perfect. So we're actually going to go for Thunderwave. We're going to paralyze it. And we are almost double the level here, so we're going to go to Marowak for False Swipe just to be safe. Because the last thing we want to do is find a low percent Pokemon and then kill it. Luckily he misses the disable, so we get another false swipe. And now we cannot get you down to 1, but you are paralyzed in the very low yellows. That should be more than enough. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. We got ourselves a Grimer. We can get rid of that. I'm gonna add you to the latest capture. And we are making quite the progress here today. Alright, so that knocks out Grimer. Now we're just looking for 2 Glooms. Because technically I can find a male in whatever we find next, because we have a female Vileplume in our party. I would prefer her to be in the living dex. Excuse me, while I fix my chair. I would prefer her to be in the living dex because I want to put all our party members in the living dex because they, you know, they put in work for us. I want them to be in the folder that'll get seen the most. Let me fix this up real quick. Sorry. Make sure our notes are correct. Make sure we're not missing anything here. Perfect. Okay. Sorry for that. Alright, so from here, we hit start and not select. We want to get the Super Rod registered back to select because we're going to fly to Vermilion City. So that we can go to the islands. Maybe, if I can remember where we're at. I forget all the skipping around you have to do when you're playing this game. Alright, so we'll go to the ferry. Select to board. I want to go to 4 islands. So now we can run up here. There's a Poliwag. Almost what we're looking for. We're looking for Poliwhirl, which I guess I should tell you guys. We're just gonna hang out with this lady here. And not catch anything. At all. Here we go. Nope, just kidding. Come on. There we go. Something shows up. And it's Poliwhirl. Perfect. So same strategy as before, we go for the Thunder Wave, paralyze it, and then go into Marowak, which is going to be weak against these water type attacks, but it is double the level, so we won't be in there too long. And it is paralyzed on top of that. It's going to miss the Hypnosis, which is important. Paralyzed, 1 HP. Water Gun is going to be uncomfortable, but not terrible. There we go. That catches us a Poliwhirl. And now we are looking for Gloom. We're looking for 2 Glooms. We're looking for a male and a female. We're looking for these over on Route 15, and that'll be the last of the wild encounters, I'm pretty sure. But we have to go back to the ferry. We can only fly about the islands from here, which is like oddly specific. We'll be back to 4 Island for the daycare pretty soon. Alright, so we're back in Vermilion City. We're going to fly to Fuchsia. And go on over to Route 15. I believe Route 14. Yeah. That's where we need to be. Yep. Through this craziness. Oh! My bird Pokemon should be ready for battle. Apparently we missed a trainer. Interesting. Sir, do you know who I am? Do you and your Pidgey know who I am? Alright, well, sorry buddy. Maybe we can get Raichu to 55. Oh. Next to no XP. Probably not. Wade and Vanessa is now following. Thank you very much for the follow. We got a Fearow, which is still half of our level here. And we crit, and it is gone. Hey, we do get Raichu up to 55. That's nice. Not ready yet. And we had the amulet coin, so we make a decent chunk of money. I thought we had fought everyone over here. Where's patch of grass? There we go. This is where we have our best chance of finding some glooms. We need a male gloom, and then we need a female gloom for our gender variants. The power of the follow will level your Raichu. It definitely did. It worked. Thank you. Alright, so Gloom is a 5%? Yeah. This was back when we were doing the 5% hunts. We are back at it again. Oh, look, a little Ditto. Ditto's also 5%. We need 2 Glooms so that we can evolve them into Vileplumes. As I just had my Vileplume, that will be for the living decks. 2 Dittos back to back, really. Vileplume will be for the living decks, and then I need a male and a female since Vileplume does have a gender variant. Alright, here's our first Gloom. It is a female of 28. We are going to sleep you. I like how it already looks like she's asleep too. And let's try our luck there before we actually attack. No, not so quite. And she wakes up. She's like, what are you doing? Alright, she's gonna sleep us. We'll go ahead and get Marowak in for the false swipe. It is a random Pokemon. I feel like it might sleep powder twice in a row. Okay, good. What's your top 3 favorite Gen 1 Pokemon? Ooh, okay, that's a hard question. Scyther. He's not that good, but I really like the design. Probably Gyarados. Same thing. Really cool design. I just hate that he's quad weak to electric. Like he's this big mean thing and then one shot with most electric moves. And then Snorlax because it's me. And we had Snorlax in the party. We actually swapped him out for Marowak for the final hunts just because Marowak has false swipe. But Snorlax did a lot of work for us. So he's earned a good spot. One, okay. I don't know. I'm partial to Gen 1. There's a lot of really cool designs in that, and I've been playing the game since Red and Blue, so that's kind of what comes to mind. Just there we go. All right. You could ask me that same question in like a week, and it'd be a different answer, I'm sure. All right, so we need to wake up. I guess we don't really need to. I think we can just put Marowak in front and heal him. So we got a female Gloom. We need a male. Just kidding. Forgot how to talk. So what are your top 3 then? Because I try to be interactive with you guys. I try not to just be the guy who's just standing here like, where's this Pokemon? Where's this Pokemon? So yeah, what are your top 3? And then Kittenhawk, you're still here. So what are your top 3? Tauros, Slowbro, and Porygon. Tauros is really cool. I like Tauros a lot. And Porygon. Porygon's really cool. Until, you know, he almost, I guess technically, hospitalized a bunch of children, but that's not his fault. That's the animators. Slowbro is pretty cool too, actually. I like the lore behind that. That's a Shelter. And if you saw all the stuff from the Gold and Silver beta, Gloom? It's a male, perfect. If you saw all the stuff from the gold and silver beta, Cloyster was supposed to have a third evolution, which looked a lot more like the Slowbro tails. Oh, you can't paralyze me and poison me, that's just rude. You can't. Okay, so he's got status on status on status. Okay, let's get you down to 1. One, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay. That was a lot easier than I was anticipating, so we've got our male and female glooms for Vileplume here. And the count is not going up because we have to evolve the Pokemon. Once we evolve them, then the counts will go up. So it's placed in the catch dump. So we've gone on a crazy quest to catch all the wild Pokemon that we need to evolve. Let me check my notes over here, and I think that's actually everything that we need in the wild. Let's see. Yeah, now it's just evolving and some breeding. There's 4 things, excuse me, that we need to catch while we're out and about in order to trade. So let's go ahead and get those knocked out. We need a Spearow, we need a Golduck, we need an Abra, and we need a Poliwhirl. So we can do in-game trades because the game is weird. Oops. I'm in the wrong window. Sorry. The game is weird and you actually can't catch them all. You have to do some in-game trades. So the hardest Pokemon for me to get in my FireRed was evolving Rhyhorn. Oh, Rhyhorn is going to be super fun because, as you know, he's got to be level 42 to evolve. And since you're new here, the whole thing about the OCD Dex challenge is catching every possible obtainable Pokemon. So there are some Pokemon that have gender variants, like they look a little bit different if they're male or female, different forms like Lycanroc, stuff like that. Let me see where I'm going real quick in the middle of that thought. It's really okay. So I need 4 of them. I have all the Rhyhorns. I need 4 Rhydons. Or that's not true. I need 3 Rhydons. 1 for the living dex, and 1 male variant and 1 female variant, because for whatever reason they decided to give that one a variant, and the horns are bigger or smaller. And the whole point of this obnoxious quest is to catch every possible obtainable Pokemon. Alright, so let's get into here. This is where we're going to find Abra. Oh, unless we find it immediately. That is... okay. Now the trick is catching it immediately. Can we do that? No, we can't. And it's going to teleport out of here. Alright, so we're looking for Abra. How are you going to acquire the starters? That's actually why I'm playing Fire Red and Leaf Green instead of Red, Blue, and Yellow. Excuse me. I'm playing Leaf Green once I finish this, and I'm going to trade, restart, and then trade again once I'm done with the Leaf Green playthrough. Fire Red and Leaf Green, once you finish the game in the 7 islands, you can go to 4 islands, and they have a daycare. Wow, Abra again. Okay, good. You can actually breed in Fire Red and Leaf Green. Whereas you couldn't for Red and Blue because breeding and genders didn't exist yet. 1. Oh, dang it. Okay. So that's why we're playing the remakes instead of the original games, is because we can breed in the games. And there's a lot of gender variants in Gen 1, so gender didn't exist in Gen 1 on the wild Pokemon other than the Nidorans. So that was going to be a lot of transferring and seeing, oh, maybe it works, maybe it's not. So that's why I ultimately decided to go with Fire Red and Leaf Green. So basically, trading with myself and breeding. And we're actually in the point in FireRed where we've caught just about everything. I need to evolve a bunch of stuff, and these last 4 Pokemon that I'm looking for now are the last ones that I need to catch in the wild and do the in-game trades. And the whole point of the OCD decks is all the Pokemon are your Pokemon, so it's another reason we're catching the in-game trades is so we can go back to 4 Island and breed them. So, Kitten Hawk, he's kind of crazy. Yeah, just a little bit. If you do want to see like what's going on with the project and what all that, on my YouTube channel there's a video explaining everything that's going on. It's the first video. It's gotta catch them all. YouTube channel's the same as the Twitch, and that's actually also my backlog for all the streams. Since you're coming in at the end of the FireRed adventure, basically, I stream for 3 hours, 3 days a week, and then upload 3 days a week on the opposite days. And we are on stream 12 or 13. So basically each stream is about 6 or 7 episodes, depending on how we get it cut up. And we're only on we're about to be on episode 12. Basically, we're on stream 12 or 13, and the videos are only on stream 2. So there's definitely a lot of content. But the whole idea was to catch every single possible Pokemon. Abra! Perfect, okay. Please cooperate with us this time. The whole idea was to catch every single possible Pokemon. And... almost, dang it. It's easy to say you've caught them all when there's hacks and stuff like that. So the idea is, well, I'm going to catch them all on screen then. Alright, let's see. If you was given the chance to be a gym leader, what would your type be? That's a hard question because I don't like monotyping. Like, that's the gym leader thing, is they always pick a type and go with it. Fire is one of my favorite types, but I honestly think if I was in the Pokemon world and I had to be a gym leader, I would go dark. Just because there's fun combinations with the dark type, and there is no dark type gym. Like there's fire darks, there's dark ghosts like Sableye. 1, 2, 3. Oh gosh, no. And go dark psychic with Malamar. Like, I think it'd be a fun team if dark was your main thing. Because like in Sun and Moon, another Abbott, perfect. I need you to actually stay in the ball this time. In Sun and Moon, Nanu has dark type Pokemon, but he mostly is mono dark. Like, if I was a gym leader, I would just use my typing. Oh no, come on, Abra. It's like a splash. Psychic are fighting for me. I think Psychic would definitely be a close second to me. Psychic Pokemon are really cool. Kitten Hawk says fire. Alright. Though I would be an evolution gym leader if they were one type. That'd be cool. See, I'm hoping in the new games that, come on, Abra. We kind of stray away from the monotyping gym leaders and go more for a theme. Because that's kind of what I'm wanting to do for the playthroughs. Basically, I'm going to have to play both versions of every game to get all the version exclusives. So whichever one I play first is going to be the main one. So like FireRed here is the main one. And then I'm going to have to play Leaf Green for the version exclusives. For that, I'll be doing like a type challenge. So we decided I'm going to do a poison playthrough for Leaf Green. So I'm going to go with Bulbasaur. But I'm wanting to do like some cool theme challenges. Like I want to do a dinosaur team. Stuff like that. Caterpie. Oh, I need an Abra. Oh, dog team. That'd be fun. We talked about that. We're doing a dog team and then doing a cat team. I'll land before time, team. Alright, Abra, come on. Get in the ball. Come on, dude. The reason I'm spamming Pokeballs and not going for Ultra Balls or Great Balls is whenever you trade an in-game trade, the Pokemon comes in the same ball. And I prefer a Pokeball for Mr. Mime. Just because it's the only way to catch him. The only way to get Mr. Mime is through this trade. Like Tyrantrum, Bastiodon, Rampardos, Aerodactyl. Maybe Venusaur for Mega Venusaur. Come on, dude. Actually, I need to look in the box real quick. I think what would Littlefoot have been? Aurorus. Aurorus and Amora. I forget which one's which, but it's the other X and Y fossil. And that was Rock Ice. It's actually a pretty cool typing. Come on. I need you to stay in the ball this time, please. Nope. Okay. So rude. Well, let's get out of here. Let's look in the boxes and see if we've got anybody with Mean Luck or Arena Trap. I think Doug Trio has Arena Trap. That way we can just keep it stuck here. Haunter might. Nope. Summary. Place. You're gonna get the same, aren't you? Place. We want summary. Arena Trap. There we go. We're actually just going to put you in Doug Trio spot because we're going to switch you back out. Let's try that instead. We should have done that to start with. Do you use the move tutors on here, or is it pointless? I actually used a couple of the move tutors in here. It's basically like a TM that you have to talk to. I used Rock Slide on Charmeleon for a little bit just for coverage. Learned Mega Punch, and I think that's actually the only two that I can remember us using. But yeah, they're basically like TMs that you have to talk to instead of just picking up. Mega Punch helped us out quite a bit. Yeah, Gen 1 TMs basically, yeah. Oh yeah, and I forgot about, you know, Gen 1 TMs being single use too. So that sucked. I'll be back. Cool. See you in just a little bit then. We found all these Abras in a row, and now that we have Arena Trap, we're not going to find any. And we're coming up on 2:30, so hopefully we can run into an Abra so we can cut for YouTube. Oddish. I just love how happy it is. Hi, I'm a walking plant. Hi, remember me? Not quite what we're looking for. Come on. Now you're out here. Saw like 20 of you earlier. Alright, Caterpie, that's enough. We're good. Oh, okay. It just evolves in its disappointment. Just, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm a plant. Yes, you are, Oddish. Abra. Hey, I'm a plant. No. Now that we came back prepared, Abra's like, no, I'm out. I'm good. Come on. Abra. Okay. Now's our chance to see if this arena trap actually works. We're gonna go for a Pokeball, because that's what we want Mr. Mime to be in. There's one. There's two. There's three. Uh-oh. Okay, so use teleport. Arena trap made it ineffective. Perfect. And we almost caught you the first time. Dugtrio says no. None of that nonsense. You will stay here. Good job, Dugtrio. There we go. Caught ourselves the Abra. Oop, I left it in the wrong box. We'll have to go fix that. But that won't be until next time, because we are out of time for today's episode. So until next time, I'm Aedifex, and I will see you in the next video. Alright, so let's get to the box real quick before we intro back in. For all you guys that are new here, this is a pre-recorded live series for YouTube. We hang out here 3 hours a day. Three hours a day. Yeah, so one of the main things is I can't speak. It's one of the joys of coming to see me and play Pokemon. We play here for 3 hours, 3 days a week, and those videos get chopped down onto YouTube as an archive, kind of more of like a Let's Play style. Actually crunching a bunch to stream. I know, I'm actually really proud. We got a lot of stuff. Friday, no, we're only on Monday. Wednesday is going to be a lot of evolving stuff. Alright, so let's take this Abra out of here. And put you off to the side real quick. We're going to put you in a weird spot. So Dugtrio did what she needed to. We used that arena trap. And Marowak, you get to take a break, we'll put you back. Our collection's filling up, guys. Looking pretty good. This box is still a little empty. Fossils and 1, 2, 3 evolutions. Fossils. What goes here? I don't remember. And some version exclusives. These we need to evolve. Rhydon, Hitmonchan, Kingler, Gengar, Executor, Cloyster, which we can get here in just a little bit. Muck. Yeah, so basically a lot of stuff that we need to evolve for. Which we have a lot in this box here. And this box here. Which is going to overflow, so we'll keep them there. So we hit the wrong buttons. We're gonna put Abra in the party. We're gonna get over to, let's just heal everybody up just to be safe while we're here. And let's get moved over to the little cottage where we trade for Mr. Mime. And we will intro back in. Bag, not the bag. Pokemon. We go all the way over here. We use cut. I think it's his first house. So we are at 2.5 hours. The streams go for 3, so we're on our last stretch here. So give me 1 second, let me intro for the YouTube series, and then we will get right back to the action. So What's up, freaks and geeks? Welcome back to another episode of the OCD Dex Challenge. Last time in FireRed, we caught a lot of Pokemon, actually. We went through and caught a bunch of Pokemon that we need to catch in the wild to evolve for our OCD Dex count. That's why the number is still the same. The number didn't go up, but we did catch a lot of stuff. Those numbers will start moving once we start evolving everything, which is going to be the plan for the next couple episodes. As far as today goes, we're going to be catching a couple more Pokemon. That's actually, I think, the last 3 that we need. And we're going to do some in-game trades and kind of get set up for the next episode, which is going to be, the next couple episodes are going to be pretty grindy. So strap on in for that. So we're actually right outside the house where we trade Abra for Mr. Mime. We just caught the Abra last episode, and we're going to bring it over to this guy and get ourselves a Mr. Mime. I'm looking for the Pokemon Abra. Want to trade one for my Mr. Mime? Yes, I would love to. Abra will be sent to Rayleigh. Riley? Couldn't see. Went by fast. Sorry. Kicking it old school. Rayleigh sent over Mimin. My mine? Take good care of my mine. Hey, thanks! Let's check it out. It's a level 8. Timid nature. Met in a trade. Avoid sound-based moves. Barrier. Confusion. Substitute. Level 8. It's basically, it'll be the same level that you trade. So, that's our first in-game trade out of the way. Our count is still not going to go up just because it doesn't follow the rules. The rules are they have to be our original trainer name. But I will go ahead and put it in the graphic because we did get Mr. Mime. But he is not 100% ours yet. It's basically going to be the same rules as catching a Pokemon that needs to be evolved. But just so you guys know we caught him, and because the little GIF is adorable, we're going to put Mr. Mime down here. Alright, so our next set of trades... Oops. Wrong one. We're going to be looking for a Farfetch'd in Vermilion City for a Spearow. So let's... He's creepy as hell. He is pretty creepy, but he's like an adorable creepy. Like he should be terrifying, but it's like, aww. This is also coming from the guy who thought Pennywise was really cool. Like from the new It. And I was like, he's pretty cool. Everyone's like, oh my god, he's terrifying. I'm like, nah, he's alright. It was a creepy movie. That's for sure. Oh, Primate's in front. I forgot about that. Right, you. Go to the front. Speaking of movies, while I was gone... Oh, look! Spearow! I keep getting... So, to anybody who is following, I am sorry. I'm getting notifications on my phone over here, but I'm not getting them on my screen. So, thank you to everybody who has followed recently. I am finding out about it, but not on this screen, so it is a little delayed, so I'm sorry. But I do appreciate it. I do appreciate all the support. You guys hanging out. Come and play Pokemons with me. Ronald McDonald killed more people than Pennywise. Let that sink in. That's true, though. That's really creepy. Bam Bam 04 is now following. There we go. I'm not sure if that came through earlier or not, or if that's new, but definitely thank you. One, two, three. There we go. There's our Spearow. This Spearow will be traded for Farfetch'd in Vermilion. So let's get Mr. Mime into a box. So Spearow is put in the catch dump. Luckily we are right by a Pokemon Center, so we can get rearranged here. Mr. Mime. I'm gonna put you down here because you need to be... Actually, I've got a box for that. We need to put you in the breed box because we need to have you under our trainer name. Because in-game trades don't count. Alright, so we're putting Spiro in the party, and we're in the catch dump folder. We're putting Spiro in the party so we can go over to Vermilion and get ourselves a Farfetch'd. And that'll be number 2 of the 4 in-game trades. I keep going to bag. Charizard is not in my bag. That'd be impressive. Did you see the new trailer for Glass? I really want to see that. Glass looks really good. I'm impressed that Shyamalan made Unbreakable and Split tied together in the first place, and the fact that he's making it a trilogy is pretty impressive. And like I haven't seen the first 2 movies. I'm going to be 100% honest. I want to, but I've heard they're really good, and the trailer for Glass looks really good. So after seeing that trailer, I'm gonna have to go and watch those movies. If it's a female Mr. Mime, wouldn't it be Mrs. Mime, right? Hi, do you have Spiro? Do you want to trade it for my Farfetch'd? I sure do, kid. Bye-bye, Spiro. But yeah, speaking of the Glass trailer, I've been gone for a couple days. I was here... Last time I was here was last Monday, because I had that wicked sinus infection where I sounded like this, and I figured, you know, you gotta want to sit and listen to this for 3 hours. Comic-Con's been going on, so there's a lot of trailers that have dropped. There's the Shazam trailer, which actually surprised me. The Godzilla trailer. Chading! That's adorable. That's a cute nickname. The Godzilla trailer looks really good. There's a trailer for Titans, which Nah. That's basically how I feel about it. I mean, it's cool that it's a thing, but it doesn't look that exciting. DC's trying way too hard. Let's see. We got ourselves a Farfetch'd, which is sad because, like, I really like DC Comics. It's just their movies. That's a whole argument that I can have for another day. But basically, they're trying way too hard. I keep hitting X. They're trying way too hard to catch up to Marvel instead of just being okay with where they're at and starting there. Alright, so... Farfetch'd. Oh, let me make sure we're in the right box. Catch dump. So we got ourselves a Farfetch'd. Next we need to catch a Golduck for a Lickitung or a Poliwhirl for a Jinx, and I know where to go for both of those. Well, 2 different spots, but... Which Pokemon movie is your favorite? Ooh, okay. Let's see. I would probably have to say... God, I'm going to sound terrible because I actually don't know the name of it off the top of my head, but I want to say it's 2000. 2000 is the one with Lugia and the birds. The third movie, the one with Entei, and Unknown and all of that. That was really good, and that had a really good soundtrack. I mean, as much as I love Pokemon, the film nerd in me is like, none of the Pokemon movies are like good movies, but they're really fun, and I've seen almost all of them. But the one with Entei and the Unknowns is probably the one I remember the most vividly. And like I said, really good soundtrack. So, let's see. Where am I going? Actually, I need to stay in Vermilion City. So we need to take the boat. The Celebi one. The Celebi one. I actually really like the Celebi one, although the villain was really confusing to me because he had time travel powers, but only when it was relevant to the plot. But overall, it was really good. It actually was when Pokemon started getting deeper and darker. It wasn't just like, yeah, it's an anime. It was like, oh, story. Pretty sure we put the Super Rod back on. Gyarados. Okay, hey buddy. Let's just put that back. Can you imagine fishing for like a little Poliwhirl and this thing comes up? Although I haven't seen it yet. I do want to see the newest one. It's out in Japan. The one with Zera Aura and Lugia and all that. I've heard that was pretty good. Kitten Hawk. I'm still a sucker for the first one. I still cry when Pikachu cries for Ash. The first one's definitely up there. Like, it'd be in the top 3 for sure. I'm not sure if it would be 2 or 3 though. But it's super nostalgic. Like, out here, there was a really cool thing that they did when Pokemon Go first came out. They, basically, this big city park had this giant Pokemon Go party. There's so many, it's like basically this walking path around a little lake. Like a man-made lake. I say lake, it's not like that huge. It's like maybe a mile around. Anyway, sorry, rambling. Lots of stops. It was really popular for Pokemon Go. They had this really big party for Pokemon Go, and they had this giant projector set up, and they put the first Pokemon movie up so people could come play Pokemon Go and watch the movie. It was really cool. They had like vendors and food and stuff like that. And you know, when Pokemon Go first came out, it was the closest we've been to world peace. Just gonna put that out there. Come on, there we go. So all the nerds and non-nerds pretending to be nerds came together and were cool with each other. Like, you had those couple people that are like, oh, you play Pokemon Go? But people who didn't even care about Pokemon were like, oh, I'm gonna play this game. And people just were helping each other, hanging out. It was cool. It was a good time. I still play Pokemon Go, actually. And Pokemon Go is getting big again because of Let's Go. So that's cool. Hopefully the big events and stuff like that start coming back. Come on. Gotta go. Keep up the great work. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. I do stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I've got uploads Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. If you missed stuff since you are new, there's a backlog, all that good stuff. I'm going to ramble. Basically, short version. Twitter's the best place to find out what's going on with the project. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the follow. I will see you next time, Bam Bam. Poliwhirl, perfect. It requires a car battery to play Pokemon Go. Oh, dude, it really does. Like, you gotta be prepared. It's like an adventure in itself to play Pokemon Go. You gotta be ready. Oh, we didn't bring Marowak, did we? That's not good. Three. Okay, it works out anyway. That's good. Alright, so we got ourselves a Poliwhirl. We're not going to nickname you. And we need to take this Poliwhirl over to Cerulean City. And we can't fly from here because the game's weird. Back to Vermilion. Actually, speaking of Pokemon Go, I was really sad for a little bit. The phone that I had broke, so I got to get a different one. And, you know, I didn't want to drop a bunch of money on a phone. So I had this little Android. It was like 8 gigs. But being 8 gigs, like more than half of it was Android. So I didn't even have enough space to play Pokemon Go for a couple months. And that's when they started doing all these cool events and shinies and stuff like that. So that was fun. Alright, Cerulean City. There's somebody who wants a Poliwhirl in exchange for a Jinx, which just doesn't seem like a fair trade, but okay. Have you played Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness? Yes and no, to be 100% honest. My friend had the game. I actually never owned it. So I was there while it was played, but I've never actually got to play it myself. Come on, Slowbro, pay attention. Okay, no, there's somebody. It's in a house. Hello there, do you happen to have a Poliwhirl? Would you agree to trade for a Jinx? I definitely would. She's paralyzed though. Bye-bye, Poliwhirl. But yeah, Gale of Darkness looked really fun, and I've been actually thinking about playing it recently. Just because it's a really cool game. And I never actually got to play it. I just got to see it getting played. Basically, I sat through a Let's Play before there were Let's Plays. Donate sent over Zinx Dante. I just read his name as Donate. Take good care of Zinx. It's a weird way to spell Dante, actually. Alright, so we got ourselves a Jinx. That's a huge GIF. Let's fix that. Thanks. Thank you. We're one step closer to the OCD decks. Your starter is an Eevee, and you can Jolteon, Umbreon, Espeon, Vaporeon, or Flareon very early on. Yeah, that was really cool, and I'm kind of feel like there's like a little hat tip to that game with Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, getting Eevee as a starter. Alright. Oh, it's got mail. You've got mail! Jinx is creepier than Mr. Mime. Especially as she's just kind of jamming to the music. Mail. Take. Sure. I forgot that was a thing. So that's something interesting that I've got to... If we breed Jinx, we'll probably get a Smoochum. So we'll have to train that Smoochum up. You got Nicki Minaj on one side and Pennywise on the other. Alright, so celebrity themed team coming soon. Alright, so we saved there just because we haven't saved in a minute. Let's see, now we need a Golduck for Lickitung. Let's fly to Fuchsia. We will go to the Seafoam Islands for a Golduck. Boink, boink, boink. I thought we got attacked by a trainer for half a second there. I was like, we fought everybody, I thought. More little baby tentacles. Cool. Now we can find Golduck immediately, that would be nice. There's Psyduck. Almost, but not quite. Seal. My gym leader team would be a Fallout 4 team. That'd be pretty cool. What would your team be? Because I might have to do a challenge out of that. Because I love me some Bethesda. think coming through here would get us closer. We need to get to the water, basically. Come on. There we go. Oop. See you. More seals. See, it's when we're not looking for Pokemon that the more rare Pokemon show up. Like, seal isn't super rare, but I think seal's like a 15% encounter. And we're getting like 3 in a row. Horsey. No. No. Come on. Everything but the one that we're looking for. It's a recurring theme. It's that's kind of what happens when you get to the end game. Let me make sure I'm not just making this up either. Oop, let me drop my DS. Let's see, 1 second, sorry. Seafoam Islands. Oh, we need to be out of the water. Okay. That's the problem. Golduck's a 1% in the water and a 15% out of the water. We're on the right floor though. It's gonna be nothing but seals though. That little derpy face. Just hey, oh, I'm seal. I'm seal. Gold bat, that's close. I need gold duck. Alright, let's see what you got here. Fallout 4 team. Drapion would be a Rad Scorpion. Stantler would be a Rad Stag. Golurk, Liberty Prime. Exadrill, Mole Rat. Crawdont would be a Mirelurk. And a Machamp would be a Behemoth. That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. That'd be fun. Psyduck, level 32. We're actually just gonna go for this. So we have rare candies. And Psyduck evolves into Golduck at level 30. Sounds good to me, says Kittenhawk. And Kittenhawk is a huge Fallout fan, so you got the seal of approval right there. If you're cool with it, I'm going to save that and potentially use that in a team build. I always ask people before, you know, I don't want to just be like, oh, here's this thing I thought of. That's messed up. But if you're cool with it, I would definitely love to try that. That looks really fun. Alright, let's use one of our rare candies. I never use them. On Psyduck. What? Psyduck's evolving? Couldn't get Golduck to come to us, so we'll just get our own. I was trying to say something cooler than that. Didn't come out. Congratulations, your Psyduck evolved into Golduck! Yay! And now let's use our Raichu shovel. And I wrote down that what we need to trade, but not where we need to trade. Pretty sure it's just outside of Fuchsia, like Route 18, I want to say. Yes, perfect. So we just fly back to Fuchsia City. Get you healed up real quick. And run over here to Route 18. I'm pretty sure he's in that top floor. I think we talked to him before. This guy? Question mark? I'm looking for a Pokemon Golduck. Want to trade one for my Lickitung? Yes, I do. Golduck will be sitting to Hayden. Mark. That's adorable. Take good care of Mark. Hey, thanks. Thank you. Alright, so, yet again, the count will not move, but our latest capture will change. It does not count for our collection. Let me leaning on the wrong button, sorry. It does not count for the collection until it has our original trainer name. Like I said before, all the rules are explained in that first video. Let's get to the Pokemon Center here, and we will wrap up for the day. Let's get you put up. Past where we need to go. Move Pokemon. Mark the Lickitung. Alright, so there are 4 in-game trades that we need, and now we have to breed them so they have our original trainer name. These are all more Pokemon that we need to evolve, and this whole box we need to evolve. Down at the bottom are our Safari Zone Pokemon. The Kangaskhan is a Mega Evolution. Tauros and Scyther need to be put in the box. So we made some progress. So that's actually going to wrap up today's episode. We got the 4 Pokemon that we need for in-game trades. Now we get to take them and breed them so they have our original trainer name. And then the next few episodes is going to be grinding, leveling up, and evolving Pokemon. So until next time, I'm Aedifex, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright guys, so for all of you who are new, this is a pre-recorded live series for YouTube. Let me save while I'm talking to you guys. Every 30 minutes or so we do cut. Just like the little outro that you saw, just so I have a good spot to stop and edit and tell you guys what's going on with the challenge, all that good stuff. The OCD Dex challenge is a obnoxious challenge where I try to catch every single possible obtainable Pokemon. That includes shinies, gender variants, alt forms, all kinds of crazy stuff. And like I was saying, the rules and everything that need to be captured are explained in a video on YouTube. And everything that is streamed does get archived on YouTube. It's basically cut up into a Let's Play style of videos. We are on episode 11 or 12, I believe, and that's actually only up to the second stream. We are on stream number 12. So it's a little bit behind, but that's just kind of the way that the layering works. That way, people who watch the stream and catch the stream, like you guys who are here to hang out with me, you get stuff ahead of time, basically. So, but the streams go for about 3 hours. We are a little over 3 hours. You know, it's not 3 hours and I'm out of here. It's somewhere around there, but we are at a good stopping point. I'm actually going to wrap up for the day. I will be back Wednesday, 4 o'clock. I said 3 because 3 hours. 4 o'clock, 4 to 7, 3 hours long. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I upload to YouTube Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, typically. If there's any delays, anything like that, or if we stream other games, I will let you all know on Twitter, so that's the best way to get information on what's going on with the OCD Dex Challenge, or if we're playing other games like Overwatch or Rocket League, stuff like that. Pokemon isn't the only thing I play. It is one of the main things I play with this giant project, but I do play other games, and I do plan on starting some Let's Plays and stuff like that. So if there's anything you guys want to see, let me know. Shoot me a message, let me know in the comments, Twitter, all that good stuff. There's lots of ways to get in contact with me. So now that I'm done rambling here, thank you again to everybody who came and hung out with me today. That's kind of like the whole thing here. I don't want to be like the big Twitch guy who's like, oh yes, views, blah blah blah. I want to be like the guy you come hang out and play games with, like when you're a kid. You know, you're like, oh, let's play Pokemon. Oh yeah, what's his face on the street's really cool. Let's play with him. So that's kind of what we're trying to do here. You know, kind of build more of a community sense than just people watching somebody play a game. So yeah, so I hope you guys all had fun. Thanks to everybody for hanging out. Thank you for all the new followers. Thank you, Wade and Vanessa, for hanging out and being active with the chat. Man Bam, they've already left for the day, but thank you to them as well, being interactive with the chat, hanging out with us. So that's going to wrap up for the day. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all on Wednesday. Bye.